Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, strong style, cinephile, reigning, defending AIWF America's Heavyweight Champion, of course. So we got ourselves a new trailer for The Marvels, which is coming November 10th. And I saw an article that kind of, I don't know if it was making light of the fact that it was put out there with little fanfare. This weekend is, of course, San Diego ComicCon. One of these years I'll get out there. Some buddies of mine who have a channel under Super Cool Nerd Show, they're out there. Did some interviews with Hasbro, and seeing some of the stuff from like Hasbro with the G.I. Joes and the Marvel Legends. God, my wallet is like already trying to process the pain I'm going to inflict upon it. Although I'm being a lot more judicious with my purchases of the figures that I get, because of the price hikes and stuff that Hasbro's been doing in recent years. Just crazy, and then the figure quality hasn't gone up, and then you're getting less accessories. But this is not a toy channel, so I'll leave other folks to talk about that. I'm gonna do the Marvels trailer, so let's geek about it for a scant few minutes. Oh, that's the point I was making, that they were kind of throwing this out there because there was going to be no Hall H presence at San Diego Comic-Con, which has always been the thing in recent years, early years of the MCU. There's really no presence from any studios at San Diego Comic-Con. There were no, I mean, that was even before, like, there wouldn't be any now because of the strike, but even before the strike, there was kind of, companies were pulling out and stuff. It just, San Diego Comic-Con just wasn't going to be what it has been in recent years, which I guess kind of sucks if I finally get out there, but nobody's doing it because they're doing their own sort of like different like, you know, cons or fests or whatever to reveal stuff that they have coming up. That would kind of suck that if I missed my window to go. But anyway, the Marvels. Let's keep about it for a scant few minutes. Now, the trailer didn't give us anything more than really we already knew. It gave us a bunch of new images and glimpses at scenes and some of the hijinks that come from the power switching, that apparently this new villain, who's of apparently Kree origin, she's kind of Ronan the Accuser-esque, of course, totally different, wants to get back at Captain Marvel for some perceived slight, and she's presumably messes with their powers, where Captain Marvel, who apparently absorbs light, Monica Rambeau, who can see light, and Kamala Khan, who can make light into solid objects, with, you know, the whole tweak of her powers that they did from her series, which I'm still not on 100% on board with, but whatever. Whenever they use their powers, they switch places. So Captain Marvel's like fighting somebody, she like goes to blast them, and next thing you know, Kamala's like standing there because they switched, and then she goes wherever Kamala was. So we're gonna see those hijinks all throughout the movie until, I'm sure, the final fight, where they're either gonna get a handle on the situation and make it so they don't switch places, or their switching places is gonna factor into this three-way battle they're gonna have with the main villain, and they're gonna do some like tag team combo type of stuff, given the fact that they switch and have gotten used to it and stuff. So that's the gist of it. We really didn't get anything else. We see Nick Fury's in it. We see he's looking a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner than he is in Secret Invasion, that's the only bad thing about them putting out the TV shows and putting out the movies, or having people have to appear in stuff that's coming in the future, and then having to advertise it, because, like I said, Nick Fury right now is embroiled in the Secret Invasion with the Skrulls and stuff. He's looking haggard, he's looking old, he's looking washed, but then he's like, in the Marvels, looking fresh as a daisy. So it kind of takes some of the peril, possible peril that the character could go through within the series. Oh, you know, like November, I'll see Nick Fury, he's fine. Clearly, nothing's gonna happen too serious is gonna happen here. That's the only drawback to how they do things, but it is what it is. Fury's in it. Will there be further world building and all that kind of stuff, or will this just be a nice self-contained hijink hilarity? I'm sure that people who hate the quippiness of Marvel movies are really gonna hate this movie just based on the trailer. But is this gonna be self-contained, or is it gonna feel like recent Marvel movies where you have to watch 15 other things to understand what's going on? I really hope that it's just a nice, self-contained, enjoyable story. Hoping. And we're not focusing so much on the world building of what's gonna come, like, in the future, especially now, given the whole strike thing, throwing off productions and production times and putting stuff on hold, like Daredevil got put on hold, and Deadpool got put on hold, just other projects that are being put on hold that are supposed to come in the future. Like, so there's no point in setting shit up for stuff that's not going to come. Shang-Chi actor talking about how they just basically keep kicking the can down the road, which we already know that's doing because they're trying to reshape kind of how they're doing, maybe scaling back on some projects, taking a look at some of the projects that they have on the table with the Avengers, and seeing what they're going to do maybe with Jonathan Majors, if anything. And Shang-Chi just kind of keeps getting pushed down the road. It's the can that gets kicked down the road. So it's like, it makes it more difficult. These circumstances that we're in make it more difficult to plan for the future. So stop making stuff that is so deeply embedded in planning for the future. Just give us a nice, just enjoyable film that we can go see, not have to worry about anything else that came before or anything else that's coming after. Let's just enjoy this 2-hour-ish movie. You know, hopefully, cross the fingers, toes, that that's the case. Will it be? Remains to be seen. I guess we'll all find out together November 10th when the Marvels drops in theaters. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it. Scattered as they often are. But you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time, of course, Us Geek.